All right, CHR Radio Postgame Show. Lee and Tassos, no Justin today. Hawks lose 6-3 to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Oh my gosh. I don't know that there was a worse way. I don't know that there's anything I'd want to be doing less right now than this postgame show, and to be honest with you.
So bad, dude.
Yeah. That was tough, man. What are we doing?
I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either anymore.
I don't know if they know what they're doing. No, that game was so demoralizing because, like, honestly, I felt like there were a lot of things that we were doing that I liked. I thought we were more aggressive on the forecheck. I thought we were at least trying to score a little more, just from the whole team, defense included, just being a little more aggressive offensively. But at the end of the day, they kind of just got beat by the better team.
They peed down their leg. They peed down their leg.
Yeah.
Columbus came in here. We can talk about Columbus a little later, but like they work hard. That team works really hard, and Dean Evison is a hard coach, and you know we can talk later about some of the guys, but yeah, I don't know. They just got outworked at the end of the day, and yeah, don't count your chickens before they hatch. You know, the Bedard goal. You're trying to figure out how to use a -4. I don't even really get that either. But
I think it has to be like a wrong stat, or I just don't understand plus minus, because he was not out on the ice for all the goals that Columbus scored. He wasn't on the ice for a couple of them, but nonetheless, he was on the ice for several of them. Not necessarily like his fault, but that line definitely got worked a little bit. That Hall, Kershaw, Dard line got worked. And so now I'm just a little concerned that that's going to go back in the blender after a bad game. I hope it doesn't. It shouldn't, because I do think that they were doing some positive things offensively.
Yeah, that was just a stinker. It
was just, you just lost. Like, yeah. Columbus had a few goals that it wasn't even like, defensive mistakes. It was kind of just like they cycled the puck really well. And they had some really nice goals. That Kent Johnson goal was filthy.
Yeah. The Mrazek save, though, the second, that's like the only move Kent Johnson has, is to like rip it from the left or from the right like that, because he's a lefty. And either just, or he, does the Michigan. No, he's a good hocky player. He's a good hocky player.
He's a two-trick pony.
Yeah, he's a two-trick pony. But yeah, I don't know. The Hawks, Columbus is just better than them. They have better players. Zach Werenski's a dog. All right, I guess we're doing Columbus talk now first, since they won the game, I guess. But those Russian guys like the Marchenkos and the Voronkovs, and like those are big hockey players, Lee. Like those guys don't screw around. You know what I'm saying? Like they know how to put the puck in the net. They're tough as nails. They'll run you into the boards. They'll hit you in open ice. Like they don't really care. And they're great. They're great.
They're 5-2 in their last like 7. So they're starting to turn it around, and they look like a good hockey team, honestly. I think that maybe we kind of make some teams look better than they are, but yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about it before this game that like this is definitely not a scheduled win. Like just because it's in our own barn and they're on the lower half of the standings, it's like we are literally at the bottom. So this far into the season, nobody is as bad as we are. So we can't assume we're gonna win any game. But like I said, This
was one though that you could have looked at and been like, maybe they should have gotten the 2 points here tonight.
But in hindsight, it's like, I don't know. They might just be the straight up better team. Like,
well, they are the better team. They're playing like it. They work like it,
and they have the personnel.
Yeah, Zach Werenski's a good hockey player too. Like, just really, really talented. Just I don't know. He didn't do too much tonight. He had a couple apples, but his game really impressed me. Cole Sillinger really impressed me today. Like his spot in the NHL has been kind of questioned a bit. Yeah. I think he forechecks hard. He's a good player. He's turning it around. Fantilli didn't really, like this should have been. I thought this was going to be more like Bedard versus Fantilli, and
No, I
I
don't
saw he
think
only played
Fantilli's
like
that
14
guy.
and a half minutes.
I don't think Fantilli's really that guy, though.
Really?
No,
What do you
I don't
mean?
think. I don't think really anybody thinks he's that good. I mean,
I think he thinks he's that good. I think they think he's that good.
well, I mean, you'd obviously rather have Connor Bedard and Matvey Michkov.
Yeah, but if you could slide in into a nice like number 3 redraft spot after that,
Yeah,
Mitchkov's unbelievable, dude. Scored that
Michkov's
overtime
unbelievable.
winner again.
Michkov's in that same like echelon of player that Bedard is. Fantilli's not though. Um, but we all three goals came from the power play, which is like good. It's good that our power play was able to click tonight, but I mean, not scoring a goal 5-on-5 and just getting absolutely obliterated um, is not ideal.
Sorry, bud. I'm drinking water. You couldn't carry it for a second there.
I wasn't watching you drink your water.
Oh well,
Come on,
eyes up, eyes
you gotta
up.
be
You gotta have your
professional.
eyes up.
You can't
There
be
you go.
drinking water on
You
stream,
can't be
bro.
what? What? This is you got to be drinking water on the stream. I'm drinking water, drinking coffee.
Everyone, please
So
stay hydrated.
yeah. So okay, I guess we're done with the Blue Jackets talk. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, just some uninspiring efforts tonight. We said this before. We said it again. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do about this. Like it's not up to me and you, first of all. But yeah,
They're not giving us much to talk about.
yeah,
Like,
it's just old defenseman playing slow. Like bad night from Martinez, who I thought's been he had been pretty good up until this point. Like
yeah,
he had held it together pretty well.
yeah, I felt like he was always on the ice for the
Yeah.
goal. Um,
Why Kaiser too? I know they're paired up, but I don't know. I hope I want to piggyback on what you were saying, and just that I do hope that Richardson keeps these lines together, and that you don't really try and mix it up too much. Like this is just an effort thing. Remember, like the last game I said was a bad game because they lost it in that bad 17 seconds. This was like, a bad 45 minutes of hockey. Like
yeah,
they really
every
didn't.
time we scored, they scored two after. That's not
Yeah.
you're not really playing complementary hockey. But I at the start of the game when it was like 2-2, I was really hoping we were gonna narrowly beat them and get a win so I could come on here and be like, the team's starting to look a lot better because Richardson in the past few games has clearly been trying to get these guys to play more offensively. I think the whole roster has been. So it is positive to see. But now they've got to keep doing it though, because now it's almost like they're starting the season over again,
Yeah.
like a few games ago, because they're actually trying to score goals and play offense. So I think it's going to take some time, but I definitely don't want to see lines being mixed up because you saw glimpses there. Like I thought the second line looked pretty strong tonight. That Donato, Bertuzzi, Teravainen line, I thought they were playing really aggressively, and especially on the forecheck. Like when they didn't have the puck, they were trying to win it back at all costs. Um, and Donato wants to score 40 goals this year, dude.
Yeah.
He's he,
Yeah.
he's ripping it from everywhere and anywhere. And he really does look like him and Bedard look like our most dangerous offensive threats these past couple games. But I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. It's like frustrating. Like we continuously kind of say the same things and have frustrating losses, and then immediately start thinking about, I wonder, are we going to trade Taylor Hall or Ryan Donato and get even worse?
Yeah. It just, you'd like to see more speed in some of these games. You'd like to see more push, more drive to even get back on on the back check a lot of times. It just, I don't know, man. It's a weird mix of effort with them where they think they're a good team. I think, like, I don't think they walk around being like, "Hey, we're bad." You know, maybe
No, I
maybe
agree.
Connor Bedard walks around and thinks that, "Hey, we're bad,"
Yeah.
but I don't think that everybody
I think the
else
rest
in
of
that,
them are delusional.
Yeah, I think the rest of them think that they are a good hockey team, and I know that sounds
This is gonna get
but
crazy. I think they feel like they should be winning more games, but
they do.
yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, and it's just it's embarrassing, man. It is, honestly. So maybe it is, an effort thing. It's a mix of an effort thing because you feel like it should be better, and maybe you think the puck luck is, and I don't know. Some guys are skating it sometimes, and some guys just like love beating it right into the pads, and it's bad, dude. It's yeah, and I see somebody in the saying in the comments that they should be better. That's right.
I almost
they're not good, and I think they think they're good, and it's a weird dynamic. And
I think I want to stop saying that. I
Yeah.
think I'm going to stop saying that they should be better than they are, because they might just be a bad like. That's kind of what I was saying tonight, is like you can't really put it on, like, the things we've been blaming is that they're just playing completely shut down defensive hockey and not trying to score and generate any offense, and Richardson's keeping the lines in the blender. Well, guess what? The past few games, he hasn't put the lines in the blender. We've been playing more attacking offensive hockey, and we're still 1-2, like, we just lost.
Yeah.
What?
No. You finish your thoughts.
So,
Sorry, I didn't mean to
it's
interrupt you like that.
Maybe this team is just bad. Like, why do we keep saying, like, oh, they should be better? Like, it's almost like a cop out for the roster that we have.
Yeah. How do
But
you think tomorrow's gonna go? Because you're not gonna be on the. So, quick scheduling note. Also, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm gonna mention it again at the end. How do you think tomorrow's going to go? We're going to record a podcast, me and Justin, tomorrow morning. We'll put that out, and then Lee and Justin will be on the postgame show with Raven tomorrow evening after the Maple Leafs game, which I want to ask. Also, Lee will be live streaming Wednesday's game against Boston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So stick around for that. We're getting, hopefully the Wi-Fi doesn't cut out on us again. That was brutal. But how do you think tomorrow's going to go?
I mean, I don't want to, like, lie here and say that I think we're going to go into the Leafs building and beat them coming off this kind of loss. But I mean, sometimes guys play a lot better when there's no real rest and it's just one game after another, back to back. So hopefully maybe that can give them a little bit of a boost. But I mean, it'd be stupid for me to say that, I think we're going to go out and beat them.
Yeah, no. I think they're going to get pumped.
You think they're going to get pumped?
Yeah.
What do you think the score is going to be?
I don't know. I know I told you 7-0 off air. I think it'll be like 4-1, 5-1. I can't see the Hawks going in there and putting up a better effort than they did tonight. And if they do, then it's shame on you for not putting a better effort in front of the home crowd against the Blue Jackets, honestly,
Yeah.
If they come out, but it is the Hawks and the Leafs also do have this weird thing where the Leafs always do pee down their legs when they play the Hawks. So,
it's always like a high scoring affair, I feel.
But normally that happens here. Normally that doesn't happen there a whole heck of a lot, but we'll see.
In Toronto. Something that we've talked about a lot is that, like, we brought up the fact that this is another rebuilding year, and that, we don't want to make the playoffs. So we weren't really trying to win per se. And I've brought up, being the last team in the league and tanking a few times, and you kept saying, it's November, but now it's December.
I still think it's loser talk to be out of it.
You think?
I mean, you can't.
But it's like, what are we?
Think you're a good hockey team, like what I was saying earlier.
No. But I agree with you. I don't think we're a good hockey team, so I'm almost rooting for the tank.
Okay.
That's where I say I'm not like this team should be better, but let's tank. No, I think this team is not good.
But do you think? Okay, who was I listening to? It might have been Steve Dangle. He was saying, "Is there any team in the NHL that really wants to get worse right now?" Like, do you think the Hawks really do you think Kyle Davidson really truly wants to get worse?
No, he probably doesn't. But because in a way he can't. Like,
Okay.
from my perspective, I'd be okay if this team loses out this season and we get the first overall pick. Me personally, I'm okay with that. I know you might not be, and I know a lot of fans who maybe don't have the same view of this team, or I don't know. Um, I want this team to win Stanley Cups. I don't care about this team being competitive right now. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to jeopardize the future for some instant gratification. Um, but I know not all people agree with that sentiment. Um, but and Kyle's not going to do that, but I think he should. Like, would it be better for us in the long run, possibly, to lose out? I
Be
don't know
better
how
for
you.
this show if they made the playoffs.
Yeah, but what if they?
No,
What
I
if
know.
they?
I'm just kidding.
What if they
I'm
win the
just
Stanley
kidding.
Cup in 2 years?
Well, they're gonna. We're banking on that.
We need them to.
We need them to. No, they will.
But
I just you're lucky that a lot of your prospects are in Rockford right now, which again makes it way less entertaining for us to talk about. But at least the Levshinov, Korchinski, Nazar trio are all down with the Hogs and not being subjected to this. But you are still subjecting Connor to this, and we're not even halfway through. We have another month. 41 games isn't even until like January 8th.
I know.
So like that's
It's
a long time.
a long ways away.
And then, you start talking about next year, and then he looks at his numbers, he looks at the team around him, he looks at Kyle Davidson. He's like, I don't know.
But surely he's not going to be that nearsighted too. Like, you talk about this kid like he's some sort of like,
I think he's
like,
really
you don't
bright.
think he's
I
thinking
think
the
he's
same
really
thing
bright.
as me?
I think he's really bright. I think he just would rather see, like, I think he thought they were going to be a lot better this season too. And
I think he thought.
I don't think he thinks that anymore.
He was going to be a lot better.
Yeah, that too. But I also think deep in his mind bet he believes that a lot of the guys on the team like Bertuzzi and I don't know, maybe Hall a little bit, and Reichel would be going a little bit more at this point in time, right?
I think Reichel's been going. I think Reichel plays 11 minutes
He's been
a
all
game.
right. Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
Khrushchev, I guess, should be thrown more into that category than Reichel.
It still feels like we don't know how to get the best out of this team. Like, it's almost like we haven't figured out how they should play and the right combinations, obviously, since he's shuffled them so much. It almost feels like they don't really know what they're doing yet.
Yeah, I agree. The only forwards that escaped without a minus tonight, Craig Smith and Patrick Maroon.
Yeah.
How about that? I don't know. Oh, the tilt too. Who did Murphy fight? It was Voronkov. Yeah, wasn't it? That was kind of a weak scrap.
Yeah. Well, because then he got jumped and then Donato dropped the gloves.
Yeah.
That was kind of goofy. I mean, you'd like to see some more of that, some sort of intensity.
That was one of the weakest fights I've ever seen in my life.
I know.
Like those guys,
did you see like the Murphy?
Him out there.
It all started because he like laid a big hit.
Yeah,
that was
I know.
Maybe a headshot, maybe a cheap shot.
I don't know. Maybe. You think it was?
No, I don't. But I'm saying I like it regardless. I like a bit of nails from this team. But I don't know. It really does have me feeling like, what's the point? I don't know if I want this team to get much better when I kind of want this to be our last draft year. Um, let's make a big splash. 2 top 5 picks.
Oh, this is so sad, dude. This is so pathetic. This
Look,
is December 1st, December 1. Happy December.
Like, I know realistically it's how we should be looking. Like as a Blackhawks fan, that's how I feel about it.
I know.
I know that for the show's sake, we want this team to win some games. But for the Blackhawks sake, I think it'd be better if they were the last place team in the league.
For everybody getting sick and tired of me telling them to go like and subscribe to a podcast they already like and subscribe to, blame the Hawks winning. If they won more, we would be able to say that less. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. What other thoughts? So, yeah, not expecting much from tomorrow. Somebody in the comments said that they've gotten some good wins against some tough teams. They could go.
Yeah, we play better against teams that are good.
Going in there, they could go in there, and the Leafs could, like I said, put it in a pretty like they could mail it in. Maybe not, but
I think that's we do play better against better competition. But I mean, that doesn't really tell you much. That's not like, oh, these guys are like dogs. It's kind of like almost just signifies that some of the wins are fluky, more so than it tells you that like they show up to the occasion. Like if you can't beat a team that is as good as you or maybe worse, that's not a flex, Yeah. And I think that tells you more about the teams that are good, that are kind of mailing them in when they play you. I don't know. Yeah. Today sucked. Tonight it's only 5:30.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see what else is going on here. Reading the chat a little bit. Yeah. It was bad. Yeah, they do play down to their opponents totally. That is totally a thing that they do. So maybe tomorrow's a lot better of an effort. I will not be around to find out though. I'll be teeing it up way more in the morning with Justin, but yeah, I don't know. Bedard played a lot. Hopefully the power play stays cooking.
Yeah.
That's a
At
good
the end of the
point.
day, dude, his stats they're starting to turn around. I think he's up to 19 now. Right? So it's like if these are the games where, we're losing all the time, but Bedard's scoring a couple points a night, having goals here and there, I'm okay with it. That's kind of perfect world for the Blackhawks, I think, right now, which I know you hate to hear, but that's the reality of the situation.
Let's just do something.
We want Bedard
CHR
points per game and James Higgins. That's what we want. Or
we
Porter
need
Martin.
W's to spark CHR interest and viewership.
It's not going to happen.
No, I know. They got to do something. Make it more exciting. Make it more exciting for us to watch. Whether at least the goaltending tonight, the goaltending was bad too.
Yeah, some softies. I mean, that save was probably saved the week. That glove save was disgusting. But let's see Soderblom in tomorrow, surely, right?
I mean, I guess he's teeing it up.
They need to they need to be playing him more, especially since Brossoit's out. Like you might as well juice the lemon for what it's worth and then see if you can, flip him for something, because his save percentage is awesome. He doesn't have the wins to show for it, but
he just goes in there and racks a 40 save shutout.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That would be sick. They win it like 2-0. Run out of the building.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Leafs mail one in tomorrow.
Yeah, no, me neither. Maybe we get to watch two teams mailing it in tomorrow. Who knows?
James Higgins, get ready to learn Chirac.
Oh gosh.
Get ready to like deep dish pizza, buddy.
Also, this one can't play down to your opponent when you're last in the league. That's so true.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Like, we can't say a single game is like, oh, you should be able to win that one. It's like, no, we're the worst team in the league. Like, every single game is going to be difficult to win.
Yeah, we also have 82 of these to do, so they gotta. I know some of them are gonna be drags, but you gotta give us something here.
Yeah.
Some
Hot dog and
they've
bone.
given us little tastes, little bits and pieces of what
Well, I
we
mean, shit.
could.
I mean, the front office could help us out a little bit, make a little trade, or
Ooh,
or I don't know, bring up Frank Nazar for a couple
now we're
games.
talking.
Like that would be if Frank Nazar played tonight and we lost 6-3, we would have so much to talk about because we would be talking about every single shift he had,
Yeah.
you know, and that would be enjoyable. But I think they're sticking to their game plan, which is this, I guess. This is their game plan.
Woof.
Game plan is going swimmingly, fellas.
All right. Subscribe to this podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like I said, show tomorrow morning, me and Justin, post game tomorrow night, Justin and Lee and Raven. And yeah,
Live stream Wednesday.
I don't know. I think I have some exciting guests coming up on my show this week too, so that'll be fun. I'm gonna plug that. Good Morning Hockey. And yeah, what else? Your live stream Wednesday against the Bees. That's cool. An original 6, like that'll be a fun one. Trying to put that together. Anything else? No. Follow us on Instagram. Share us with a friend, please. Post it on your Instagram and like tag us, and we'll repost it or whatever. I don't know. Get to know each other, and maybe if you guys have any ideas, like we've thought about like a Discord maybe, or just different ways to connect the community a bit more and to help it grow and to make things like you guys asking us questions while we're doing live shows a bit easier. We have a ton of ideas. So, yeah. Also, Rockford is up 4-3 over the Wolves right now, according to Old World Hockey. But yeah, do all that fun stuff. Leave a 5-star rating and review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Helps us out a lot. And you guys do it. So that's why I keep asking, because numbers go up every time we mention it. We'll be back tomorrow with 2 shows, pregame and postgame, I guess if you want to call it. But yeah, all right. Peace out.
All right. Appreciate it, boys.